Greetings, Cancer. This is going to be a reading, a general reading for the sign of Cancer. So if you have Sun, Moon, Rising, or even Venus in Cancer, then this video may resonate with you. I took a break from my channel because I was working on myself and I was going through some stuff. And I like to make sure that my energy is good before I do any type of energy work, any type of readings, Reiki, anything like that, because I like to make sure that I am not projecting, that I'm giving you guys the best of me. So, before I start the reading, when I was channeling the energy, I almost started crying a few times. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on? And then, right before I started it, I was sitting with my 8-year-old. Hey. Hey, if you guys are rewatching this, I'm doing it live, so people are saying hello. Hi, guys. Hi, Giorgio. Hi, Sunshine Empress. So, yeah, I was sitting here, right? And thank you guys for joining, first of all. And I'm like, well, I was so emotional. And then literally, it started pouring down raining. But, so there's a few things I feel before I pull cards, right? So, there's a few things I feel. I feel like, I don't know why I'm bringing up the mirror, but I saw someone looking in the mirror. I don't know if there's someone, and please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Remember, this is a general reading. I saw someone looking in the mirror, kind of focusing on themselves, but not in the most positive light. Like looking at themselves, maybe focusing on, I'm not where I want to be in life. Am I ever going to get to this place? Maybe, focusing on some sort of aging. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but I saw someone looking in the mirror and not really being pleased. And I feel like it's more internally. I feel like it's just like, I'm not where I want to be in life right now. I'm not exactly where I wanted to be, and I'm trying to stay positive, and I'm trying to create this life for myself. I'm glad it's resonating. I'm trying to create this life for myself, but it hasn't happened. And there's a lot of like sadness in there. And it almost, like I said, it almost made me cry. I may cry during the reading. It's just, you're just not happy right now. And that's okay. That's okay. You can't rush past your pain, yeah, that's exactly what I feel like. Things are not coming together, or you thought, right? This is another thing I feel like you guys were hoping to feel a certain level of contentment when you got to a certain place and you're not there. Like, I should be happy right now. Or what's going on with me? I should be this. And some of you may even find yourself kind of being a little snippy, but it's, which is obviously you need time alone. You need to go in your shell, Cancers, when you're like that. But I feel like it's more, I just feel like you're just frustrated. You're just really trying to figure it out, and it's just really frustrating. So let's see. Ooh, that card just flew out. Let's see what the cards are saying. Yes, protecting your peace. Yes, absolutely. Like, and protecting your peace is everything. You definitely need to do that. But Okay, so I don't know exactly. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, so here you go. Let's start with the Ace of Wands in reverse. Um, you were hoping for a new beginning, like I was saying. You were hoping for a new beginning, and it's not happening the way you wanted it to. Like you've been trying to manifest, you've been trying to stay positive, you've been trying, but it almost feels like a bit of pessimism is inside of you right now because you're just, it's not like you're trying to be this way, it's just how you feel and it's just how you're viewing things, and you're kind of in a gray area of your life. You're not, you know, you're not miserable, but you're not happy. And you're not okay with not being happy. And I think that alone says a lot about you. That you're like, all right, like this is not okay. I think what the most important thing for you to do right now with that type of energy is saying to yourself, okay, like I need time alone. And I saw a comment a second ago that said I need to know that it's okay to take time to recharge. Guys, even if you have family or you live with people and you have to be around people, you have to take the time to go for a walk, to get your energy. Not just that you can go to the gym, maybe do some working out, but really just be at peace with yourself. When I take a break from my phone, I delete Instagram, I delete social media, I delete it all because I don't want the temptation of looking into it, and I don't want to talk to anyone. And it's personal. It's personally personal to me. Like we get so caught up on everyone else's feelings, and I feel like you guys are so worried about appeasing so many other people because, or trying to, you're basically running yourself thin, right? You're running yourself thin because you're trying to be present for so many people, and you're self-neglecting, and you're becoming snippy, and it's difficult for people to want to be around you with it, right? But it's difficult for you to want to be around yourself. You're annoyed with yourself right now. I get annoyed with myself too, and I don't have cancer. Well, I used to. I used to get really annoyed with myself. I've gotten to a really good place with it, because then I'll say to myself like, all right, no, I don't need to talk to anyone. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't like to do things or do videos or energy work or work with people if I'm not in the right space, because then I'll project, and I don't want to do that. You guys don't deserve that. So you have such beautiful hearts, and you are so loving in so many ways, but you know everything is annoying you about everyone right now. Like everything, people are breathing, and it's like, oh God, can I just watch my show? Oh gosh, a dish broke. Oh gosh, like you really need to go in your shell. I heard 10 days. You need 10 days of complete downtime. People are always calling cancers crybabies, so on and so forth. You feel so deep, right? You feel so deep, and it's not that, it's that you have to process all of these emotions and all of these feelings. No, you need to take mental health days. Absolutely. And especially on these holidays, guys, don't force yourself to be around people that if you don't want to. Like, you don't always have to have family time. You don't always have to. You actually need a night. You need a lot of time alone. I'm telling you, 10 days will do you well. And I know you can't go on vacation or hiatus for 10 days, but I mean 10 days of removing any distractions and being present with yourself. You know, committing 10 days to do stretching every rising. I started a new routine with stretching and yoga, and I put on a YouTube video and do it. And then after the YouTube video goes off for 15 minutes, um, I stretch. You know, I just do stretching, what makes my body feel good, and I breathe. I do breathing exercises. It has made a huge impact on how I'm processing my emotions and being more mindful and present. Right? Um, you guys got the Three of Swords. So this is heartache. Something's really bothering you. And, you know, you don't really find, you're trying to be positive, but you don't find joy around the holidays. As a matter of fact, this time of year is actually hard on you because you were hoping, like I said, for a new beginning. You were just hoping for things to be different, and they're just not. They're not. There's a situation that requires your awareness, and I feel like you're fixated on something so much because you think that next level. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, all right, these two cards came out for you guys. Now these two cards make so much sense to me. You're trying to attract more money and abundance because you want to do more. You want to be able to do so much more, and you're not afraid of working, but you just feel like, I'm tired, okay? Let me just win the lotto. Let me just get my money because I deserve it, right? So you got the letting go. And then you even got Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. So I'm like, letting go, letting go, letting go. What it is that you guys need to let go of the perception of I have to hustle and keep moving for money. It's your perspective on abundance that's not allowing it to flow. Like it's your perspective on it. It's you saying I have limitations, looking at, you know, focusing on your numbers, focusing on your money, focusing on why isn't this doing this way? Why aren't I making the money I want to make? Or why aren't I getting this promotion? So on and so forth. Well, let go of the perception you have about money. One thing that can really help you guys is YouTube videos with Abraham Hicks. I listen to her videos a lot. Those videos are really helpful because she tells you about, sometimes you don't realize where your focus is going. You're like, no, I'm saying these affirmations, or I believe it, but I feel a lot of pessimism in there, and it's a battle. And dude, it is hard not to feel pessimistic when you've been running for a long time and you're just tired. You just are trying to find your joy again. And I think you guys need to be honest with yourselves and say to other people, like, I just need my space. I'm in a place right now where I'm trying to figure a lot out. And I'm not saying that, oh, everything's going to be better in 10 days. What I'm saying is you guys need to create something different. You need to work on creating something completely different. I even feel like your shoulders, I don't know, like you're carrying so much. You're carrying a burden. Also, there is some childhood trauma that needs to be addressed and handled. There is some stuff with your father. Like, you know, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Your father, you want to be able to have a relationship with your father in a better way, or you were hoping for one. And I watched something one time, and it was, when they said it, it was difficult, right? But I was watching something, and this guy was saying about his dad and how his grandfather was the only one there for him, and his dad was this way, his dad was this way. And he was so fixated on the pain because, you know, the pain becomes a part of us, and we don't know how to identify without it. We get so caught up in it. And he was like, oh, I'm so tired of this, and my father. And the therapist was like, okay, so you're not going to get that relationship you wanted with your dad the way you wanted it. So now what? What can you do now? Like, how can you get to know your dad now? Or how can you heal from this now? Right? How can you acknowledge this now? And there's some stuff with some of your dads that need to be addressed that I feel like you've buried. And, for some of you, it's like, I don't want to deal with that again. And, because you feel like you're going to stir up so much. But when you release, when you stir up, that's a good thing. It's like a tornado. It's like a purging. Like, it all comes up. Sounds like me yesterday. Okay. Cancer moon. Yes, definitely. And Cancer moon, your moon sign, guys, is like, I resonate with my moon sign a lot. Sometimes more, way more than my sun, because it's your emotional body. And it's a big part of who you are. So definitely check your moon and rising sign. But, things are not panning out the way you wanted it to. But it's your fixation on the way you think things need to go that you need to let go of, right? Let go of your fixation of how you think things are supposed to be and start learning to go with the flow. Meditation is not for everyone. Silence in your mind can be difficult, but meditation is not always sitting there with your eyes closed. Meditation can be, coloring. Meditation can be walking. Meditation can be the stretching and the deep breaths. You can even do acts of meditation when you're brushing your teeth. And when you're brushing your teeth, visually say, I'm brushing away all self-doubt. I'm brushing away, any limited beliefs. And when you spit it out, it's gone. You say that and you visualize it. That's a form of meditation. I wonder how you are. Very intrigued. Okay, so yeah, even at nighttime, guys. Even at nighttime, it's gonna be good. So all of that was so much, right? All of that was a lot. So let me tell you the greatest part of how things are going to turn for you. If you have Scorpio in your chart, I did the Scorpio reading. You guys can check that out as well. So here's the great thing about it. So Spirit is saying to you, these things, it's letting go of your perspective of it's like you guys are fixated on how you think things need to go. Get out of that and start taking things moment to moment. You have to be more mindful. Sometimes if I'm trying to force, I'll literally close my eyes and visualize myself on a floaty in a pool. And visualize the sun, think about how that would feel. And I don't know how to swim, but 4 feet, 5 feet in the pool, floating, the sun beating down on you, and you just being at peace. Visualize something or put on something that brings you peace, because that's going to help you take things moment to moment. You are coming into a time, because Spirit is saying once you let go of this fixation on how things should be or how you think they should turn out, then you have the magician energy. You're the creator. What do you want to create? What do you want to create? You're going to create a lucky time. Rabbit spirit, lucky time. Things are being brought into your awareness for your benefit. And you're uncomfortable because there's some type of dis-ease in your patterns. And there's sometimes you're trying to appease and please too many people. And people around you may disagree. The people that live around you or whatever, they may be like trying to appease. No, they're not. Doesn't matter. They don't have to know. They don't have to agree. The truth is you guys are. You're overdoing it. You're overdoing it. You need a break. You need a break, and you need time away from a lot of people. So I'm going to pull a healing card for you guys from my angel therapy deck. And I'm sending you guys so much love and light. You know, I have several cancers around me, cancer placements, and I love them. I really do. Really good hearts. You guys get stuck sometimes though, and I get it. Okay, so I feel guided to pull 2 cards. And, Archangel Raphael, the healing angels with you, supporting your healing work. So even go on YouTube and maybe put on an Archangel Raphael meditation, and that'll help clear your energy and kind of visualize a green light coming over you. So basically, you're supported. You're supported during this, and you got integrity. Align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. You can't come into alignment with yourself until you face yourself. I have to tell you, I met a shaman, and I don't know if any of you know what a shaman is, but that's a high spiritual teacher, and they can look in your eyes and tell you so much. And he was saying to me, you know, that basically he was very impressed with my level of consciousness that I've gotten to. And he asked me how long I've been on my spiritual path. And I said 2 years, like serious 2 years. Like the last year and a half, I've been really serious. And he said, and he was, you know, very pleased with it. And I was so proud, right? And I say that to say, you have to do the work. You can't skip things. I'm not saying to you, oh, in 10 days, things are going to be so much better. No. I'm saying, like, I say 10 days because I feel like your main focus needs to be you. And if you live with people or if you're around people, you can say, hey, you know, don't take any of this personal. I cut back from talking to people. I told them no more group texts. My phone is on do not disturb unless I'm not around my children. And that's it. You know, my sanity and my peace, my self-care is a priority. You feeling like this means something is out of alignment, and you have to get into alignment with yourself. And you just have to journal, cry. Yeah, group texts are annoying. Journal, cry, be present, go for a walk, start a new hobby, something. But things are going to come into alignment. Magician energy, guys. Magician energy means like you're going to be able to create big time. Big time. And you're going to be able to bring your ideas to life. So, yeah, I'll just do one more from the Work Your Light deck because you guys have been so amazing. And thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you guys so much for coming in here and interacting. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, the information is down below, as well as I'm a certified life coach, and I can help you remove any blocks and get to know what's going on a little deeper. So I'll pull from my Work Your Light deck and see any messages left. If you guys do celebrate the holidays, I hope you have a beautiful holiday and be grateful for yourself. Oh, look at this. Align your life. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? Didn't I just say something's out of alignment? You know, the cards are just confirmation. They're a tool. Something's out of alignment. And although you can get readings, you can get all these things, you have to do the work too. You have to be present with yourself. But something's out of alignment. You got to get down to it so you can be happy again. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Thank you so much for watching. And I will talk to you guys soon and check in with you soon. Take care.